My name is Kaylee Henderson, and my group members are Samuel Alexis Bonilla, Kendrick Jewel Mist, and Tristan Duhaney. We work together to create His Journal, a sci-fi opening that tells the viewer about a boy's internal conflict. Our opening follows multiple sci-fi conventions. To begin, we place our credits in very uneventful shots, with our characters simply walking. Our opening is also a prologue, with a voiceover. This is common in many sci-fi films to give context to what's happening and why it may be happening. In addition to this, we tried to follow a very balanced composition. We wanted to make sure that certain parts of our composition was almost symmetrical, so that if you split it in half, it would look the same. We wanted to do this because we wanted to begin by creating a very calm atmosphere and then continue to break it apart, which is also a part of a convention. Despite the balance, many sci-fi films still introduce some type of action, which led us to later break our balance with camera movements, such as handhelds and whip pans. This helped us break the mood that we initially created. We decided to go along with this because we wanted to let the audience know that there was some sort of conflict going on, despite what we set up earlier in the film. My main inspiration with helping my group with these components is movies Terminator and Terminator 2. Terminator succeeds in creating an eerie feeling to their opening and result of their mise-en-scene, even though they use calm movements such as a simple pan. Towards the ending, they give a bit of context to the visuals that the viewer is seeing, even though it's simply mise-en-scene. It still goes greatly along with their aesthetic and allows the viewer to think about what they're going to see next. Terminator 2 is a movie I like a lot. Terminator 2 is specifically a prologue with a voiceover. The voiceover is made by an important character, which my group decided to do as well for our opening. This helps initiate the feeling that something dangerous will happen in Terminator 2. I took that into consideration when helping my group come up with the voiceover. Both movies also helped me really think about composition and what I wanted our viewers to see in our film, and how it would affect how they saw the film. Since we only made use of one character in our opening, we only had one social representation. Our main representation was the nerd stereotype. It's not uncommon to see this stereotype in sci-fi films due to the main issues being futuristic or of subjects that we currently aren't sure of in reality. The main character always has to be someone smart or creative one way or the other. We followed through with this stereotype by placing our character in a school with a school uniform and glasses, just so that he somewhat fulfilled this stereotype. Moving on to industry aspects specifically, we believe that audiences of all ages and gender could find some enjoyment in this film. However, our main target is teenagers who are interested in science and mystery. Teenagers tend to be more creative and understanding with the extraterrestrial concept that his journal will follow. If I had to pick a production company, I would go with Amblin Entertainment, an independent company that's known for producing sci-fi films such as Men in Black and Jurassic Park. Our ideal distribution is online streaming services such as Netflix, Paramount Plus, and Hulu. We feel like these streaming services will help us reach our target audience. A large part of my learning process is learning how to insert videos into an editing software, and for that, my group used Google Drive. When using Google Drive, we had to learn to be patient people. Certain shots would take longer when uploading than others. We had to be conscious of the technology we use in order to use this technology to our full potential and fit our deadlines that we needed to fit. Another issue I had was coming up with a schedule that is flexible and could easily be changed or altered at any time. There were many times where we had instances where we figured out it'd be easy to go to certain locations instead of others on certain days. We also had times where we could not go to our main stairwell because we were there during school hours and it'd be crowded with people. It was important for us to really make sure our schedule was flexible and easy to change. This project has taught me to edit as well. The main thing I learned was how to insert audio and cut it to my liking. This really helped with my voiceover, and it helped me make sure that it could match with each specific shot well. This gave more meaning to each shot and allowed my group to favor the project even more. I also learned how to add a transition and title so that it flowed. This helped portray meaning and fully achieve our meaning. There were many times where I felt nervous about my skills as someone filming a real project for the first time, but overall, I'm relieved with how me and my group performed. Technology-wise, we used an iPhone 11 to record. This was very convenient, however, it was hard to achieve certain cinematography. For example, our tilts and tracking shots were harder to do because we weren't sure how we wanted to stand or move our bodies. We also had to be conscious with the height differences between the filmer and the subject. The height differences would cause a different outcome. For example, there might be a shadow or the shot might just not come out how we wanted it to. Google Drive mainly helped us insert videos from our phone into WeVideo, our editing software. Many videos did come out well, however, some videos came out blurry. The ones that came out blurry were either imported into Google Drive again, or they were just cut out. However, videos that came in portrait mode like this one were rotated using WeVideo's rotation tool. Google Drive did give us a bit of a hard time at some parts, however, we were always able to come up with a solution to help us fix whatever problem we came with. In all, this project has taken us through a lot of ups and downs. There were many times where we were nervous with the outcome of our project and stuck wondering how we could fix an issue. But for every issue, I can say that we've conquered it in the end. I'm very happy with the results of our video, and I've enjoyed the opportunity to learn about filmmaking and the industry in depth through research and hands-on material. I'm happy to say I've left this project with some understanding of the film world.